Fantastic. Now you hear the wonderful voice. The recording is in progress. So, guys, again, my name is Arun, and we have we've been joined here by a few people in the audience, as well as our instructor Rashika is here, and we have Akriti who's leading us to the scheduling, and she's going to be admitting people. So, um, I will, without wasting any more time, I will just switch it over to give it to Rashika, who will talk to us about what she's going to cover today, and also we'll be able to take Q&A from people that if there is anything pending or remaining. But we'll so I'll just over to Rashika.
Thank you so much, Arun sir, for having this session. Thank you so much, Akriti, for managing it from the background. And very welcome, everyone. It's a lovely morning. It's cold morning after a long time, at least for my hometown. So very welcome. This is our session two for Power BI Masterclass. We have understood a lot of basic level of stuff, basic level concepts in yesterday's session that I will be doing a quick recap with. I'll start with that point. The second thing, afterwards, we are going to go through a very interesting and fun quiz that I have prepared for you in today's session. So if you are on laptop or if you are on mobile as well, it's all right. You can use somebody else's mobile as well. We will be going through that quiz. You will definitely enjoy it. That will be the second part of our overall session. And afterwards, I'll be walking you through about the seven pillars that Arun sir mentioned yesterday. So that's what my plan is. Once it is done, I will be available. Arun sir will be available for all the Q&A, any type of a doubt that you have. I'll show you what exactly, and there were some questions about the DAX as well yesterday. So I'll be showing you like what all the DAX stuff that we are going to do. It's always varies, honestly, but we will go to that point in some time. Okay. But once again, very welcome. This is the session two, and as I said, we will be starting with the recap of what all the things we did. Okay. So let me just quickly share my screen and let me show you what we did in the last class. Sharing my screen. Yes. So yesterday's session was all about data and what exactly this data included under, right? So data is raw information that we collect every minute, every seconds around the world. It will be gathered from all the variety of platforms, from all the different softwares as well as cloud locations. So it is all about collecting information from multiple places. People gather it, softwares gather it, and it keeps on piling up and above. BI, on top of that, is the technology. It is a set of technology, collection of technologies where this whole data is being processed. So, what all the things that we are going to need to figure out my business, how my business is performing, this whole BI technologies helps us to do that. So, we collect the data from the variety of platforms, different places, different locations. Once the collection is done, we start with the ETL engine that is combining and transformations of the data. We collect, we start, let's say if it is a vegetable, so we have collected the vegetables from the market and now we started washing it so that it will be clean. Once my data is clean, I'm going to see it in a structured and clean format. So I will start distributing it at the proper container. Once my distribution is done, I will start chopping it up like, let's say again it is about the vegetables, so we have started chopping it up for the final product that we want to make. And in data industry it is about making it in a graphical or visualized form. So different visualization is what is our next step is about the data. Once that is done, we start sharing it with the people, with the respective people who are going to use that data to figure out the analysis. But in any case, as I said in the yesterday's session, we have to be a good presenter. We have to understand what exactly my report is telling us to do. Okay. So whatever the report, whatever the dashboards we are going to create, we are the first point of contact. We are the first person who have built it. So before even going to the respective people, we are supposed to understand what this data is showing us. Okay, we need to have at least the primary level of analysis from our end so that that will be presented to the respective audience, and on top of that they will go through whatever they further they want to do. Okay. So it is not just about lots of technical skills, it is also about your presentation soft skills part as well. Because this one thing, like many of my one of many of my previous students, as well as recently my cousin asked me about, like he wanted to go into programming, and he's now stuck with about data industry as well as the programming. He want to understand Python and C++, and he want to actually hard code stuff. And with the expectation that he never have to be in front of the client. So I was like, it is never going to be a case. If you are aiming that I don't want to be in front of a client, or I don't want to present anything in my overall career, IT career, then that's the end of your overall career. Like you will never go anywhere beyond certain degree, beyond a certain salary point, beyond certain role designation point, etc. You have to have equivalent balance. The better you are in a technical skill, the more better you need to be in your presentation skill to explain that, right? And that's whole processing happens under the business intelligence. It is not just about technical, it is also about your soft skills to present it, right? So that was the base to understand Power BI. I mentioned that yesterday, that out of this whole process, the processing and visualization part is the place where we are going to use Power BI. Okay. So Power BI is something which is going to be turning your raw data or any tabular data in the format of graphs. Okay. So this is what your overall Power BI location is like out of this whole process. There are other softwares in the market. For example, for collection, Excel sheets are used, Google Forms are used, different softwares are used in the market. Next is integration. That is nothing but the transformation. So people have heard about the Alteryx, which is used in the big four companies. People have heard about the Informatica. There are Oracle softwares, ODI, right? And a lot more. So there are softwares available, and each step here is having the different software to use that. So we are having the overall business flow, like what exactly happens at what level. Okay. Out of this whole process under the business intelligence, we are going to start learning about Power BI. And the BI term under this overall Power BI is nothing but the business intelligence. So why Power BI is named under the business intelligence? Because it is sort of like all-in-one software. So whole process that I have mentioned you earlier, that whole process in some way happens inside the Power BI as well. And that's why, if you remember, if you are there the whole time yesterday, you might remember I said Power BI is like all-in-one software. If you want to go into the data visualization industry, the first software would be, and the a really good choice would be Power BI, because it will give you the hands-on on every aspect of the BI. Okay, you will understand how to collect information, you will understand how to transform it, you will understand how to integrate it at one common place. And because of this whole, you can thought of it like a business intelligence light version sort of. Okay, so every separate software, separate process that we were having in a BI, now we are having all part of it under the Power BI software inside in this single package. Okay. So that's what our Power BI represents. That's what our Power Platforms are. I showed you yesterday like how my Excel sheet data, where I wanted to understand my audience, how I converted that into the report. Now that report is automated. Whenever the new data is being filled in the Excel sheet, my report will give me the latest update on the same. Okay, so what my new audience is saying, what different like if they knew about SQL or not, if they know about the reporting tools or not. So all of this information I can get at any point of time. I do not have to go through my overall Excel sheet again and again. Correct. So that is what we understood theoretically in the last session. And at this point, I let me just quickly wait or ask anything. Like if you have a questions, if you want to share something, suppose from the yesterday's class, if there is anything, I kept it very low key. I literally talked about a very simple stuff. But in still, in a case, if you think there are any questions you have from those topic, do let me know. I'm here for next 10 seconds, let's say. If I see the silence for the next 10 seconds, I'll understand. Like, okay, we are good to go. Okay. Any questions? You can unmute yourself. You can write down in the chat. Whatever is fine.
Rashka, I have a question. So, in your case, you're very experienced. All your careers you have spent in business intelligence, and you have utilized multiple softwares, multiple technologies, right? So, and you've also you have done your computer engineering. So, and you also did 40 plus projects, right? Many projects, even before you throughout your career, you've done multiple projects. So, from a which tool do you like the most? Is it Power BI because you talked about you've done onlooker, you've done many other things. So, what motivated you to for does it have great features? Is it leader or the industry is asking for it? What motivated you in person?
So honestly, I started with ClickView. ClickView was my first software when I started working and learning for the data visualization software. At the beginning, I liked ClickView because it was the software that gave me the exposure to the visualization part of it. I always have liked the visualization stuff. So I never knew anything beyond ClickView that point because I was very in earlier stages of my career. I had no idea what future is planning for me basically. So ClickView was software, and I was only good in that bubble. I was happy with it. But when I went to my next company and that place where they started working with the Power BI, and when I saw the number of stuff that is available inside Power BI, the features, the possibilities that I could do, I started feeling like, where was it before? Like, how could I not start from that point? Okay, so short answer is I really like out of all the data visualization tools. Like I have used Google Data Studio, that is Google Looker right now. I have used ThoughtSpot, I have used ClickView, ClickSense. I am currently using Salesforce. Out of all the software that I have used so far in overall of my career, Power BI goes in top one position. It's because
Gotcha.
it's not just about the features. It is about, as I said, it is all in one software. I do not have to run for another software to do something which I want to do. If I want to do transformation, I can do that. If I want to collect any data software from any data source, I can do that. If I want to make the proper model, I can do that. So there is no limitation. Whatever is in your mind, you can actually achieve that using Power BI. So the possibilities, thinking about those possibilities is what makes my heart race basically. So that way I can say
Wow,
that
gotcha.
Power BI is what
Yeah,
I like.
and no wonder that no wonder it has also been a leader in the. I mean, last 17 years, Power BI has been a leader in this industry, so it's there for a reason.
Agree.
Um, all right,
Definitely.
guys. Anybody having a question, or we move forward?
Okay. Hi Krishna, how many projects we will cover entire this course? Could you please let us know? So Krishna, going through the certain topics, so I'll be even starting with the basic level of data set during those concepts. So parallelly, as we will be working with the pillars, I'll be working with the features. So we will be performing that in the data set that we are going to do. So let's consider about 3 to 4 projects is what we are going to do. Two of them are going to be 100% guided projects. Third of it is going to be where I will be, like in classrooms it used to happen that teacher will be in the center and everybody, she will give you the assignment, you will do in the class, she will be only there to observe if you are doing it or not, but people have to do it. So this is how your third project is going to be. And the fourth is going to be all on yourself. Like you have to figure out which data you want to use, you have to figure out how to do the transform or final output as well. And once these all projects are done, we will be going with the portfolio afterwards. So you have the 4 different projects with you, and how you are going to showcase it, where you are supposed to showcase it, and how you are supposed to explain it for the audience. This is where your final project portfolio thing will happen. So you can do more. It always varies actually. I have known people that during the duration of the courses they have worked on more. You do not have to rely on me. Once you understand like this is what, this is where, and this is how I have to do, you can do, I don't know, like multiple projects in that particular week, right? Like you just at the moment you are thinking it as a big deal because you have no idea about it. But once you understand, once you are done with these first two projects, you will get an idea how to handle, where to do, like what exactly is supposed to be my output and stuff. You will start making it the same way. The 40 plus project that Arun sir mentioned, it is not my client projects or any of my official projects. It was all by my own. I started learning different features. I used to understand one video from YouTube. I used to connect with the like mentors, guide during that time. Even in my offices, I used to understand new concept and I used to implement in the format of project. Okay, so I used to connect as many different data sets as possible. If it is okay, I will show you my portfolio at the end today. Okay, so you will see whatever the challenges happening on the LinkedIn platforms, whatever the challenge happening on the variety of websites. I used to collect that, collect the data from there, and kept on working on the different data set. You have no idea like what diverse level of projects that I have done. It is not just sales and e-commerce anymore. It is. I'll show you basically. I even like I don't have that terms at the moment. Is this an extension of yesterday's session? Yes, Mahesh. So we have already added the link, YouTube link in a WhatsApp group. You can, even if you go through 1.5 UX speed and you go through what all the stuff that we have done and discussed, you will catch up with this session as well. It's fine. Okay, you can share the recording. It is already in the group. Do we have any AI feature integrate in the Power BI? Definitely. So there are four of different AI apps, sorry, AI, uh, uh, what do we call it? Charts. So different AI graphs charts that we are having with the Power BI, which reduces lot of our work, literally. But I always tends to teach those AI visuals at the very end because whenever I teach those at the very beginning, people tend to just rely on those AI visuals. They do not try to do it from the scratch. So considering those facts, so there are a couple of things which is going to make your report making faster. But those concepts are always at the end, where always at the end, as in like last, third, fourth session maybe at that time, so that people will have a good hands-on first. They will be able to create everything from the scratch. Once they are good with it, then they will go and the check out for the AI. So if at the time when you are very short in time, suppose at certain moments you are short in time and you have to do something faster and better, then those AI features will be helpful to you. I am from application support. Do we need to have any prerequisites? So about the prerequisite, I will be giving you those. I'll show you those prerequisites again. But all you need is Microsoft. All you need is your Windows operating system. You need Excel software or WPS software. It is a freeware. After that, if you have the exposure to that, then SQL and Excel, the basics understanding of SQL concept or Excel overall platform, this would be good. Okay, you will be good enough to start with. Okay, Copilot, definitely. So that was one of those I was going to say. Thank you, Arun sir. He has already answered. Yes, perfect. Any other questions? So about the prerequisite, I already have mentioned, but just this quickly, I'll be showing that to you. So see, this is how our week structure is going to be. I have given you two choices. After this today's session, I will be adding poll again, where you have to select what particular timings would be preferred for you. This time it is going to be the weekend batch only, Saturday and Sunday. So either we can start from 7:30 a.m. in the morning, or we can start at 8:30 p.m. in the evening. Okay, it is up to you. The majority wins. That's how it is going to be. But rest assured, you are going to get your recordings. Every session after, you will be receiving the recordings on the classroom. That will be with you for another 6 months. So from the day you enroll or the day we start the classes, from that point onwards to the next 6 months is what you are going to get the recordings for. Okay, you can go through it anytime. Along with it, we will having the doubt clearing session 1-to-1. We will having the special sessions where the portfolio management, LinkedIn, resume optimization, all of this, you can call it like extracurricular stuff. That is what we will be doing. And even Arun sir helps us with all of it personally. He sees your resume. He gives you the restructuring of your data. He understands like what exactly your role, what was your current role, what is your current role, and what you want to be. Suppose on that basis, he helps you with the resume optimization. So all of it which is going to make you a job ready, interview ready, all of these processes will be included. One more question that I
Rashka,
have seen. Yes,
Rashka, could we go to clubvesta360.com for a minute?
yes. Just a minute.
Cloud Vista, sorry. I keep calling it by the wrong name. CloudVista360.com. So if you go to the Power BI section down below
Yes.
under courses, just go to Power BI under curriculum. That's called curriculum. So Rishika, you had designed based
Your
upon the
voice
seven
is
pillars which you're going to talk about. Could
your voice is
uh,
breaking.
could yeah, you had given us a great curriculum based upon the seven pillars. So could you just talk a little bit about the curriculum that we covered?
Yes. So talking about the curriculum part, as I said in today's class, like my primary plan was to help you understand the pillars. So what I do overall through the curriculum, I have only included the high level topics. But trust me, we go through each and every detail available in that in Power BI. So it's not just about the basic level of understanding. We start with the basics and we go intermediate and beyond level. So what we have, let me add it in the in here. So what we have overall, first of all, we have the very first process that is extraction. Extraction is nothing but the collection of data. Okay. So under this process, we will understand multiple different ways how we are going to collect the data inside Power. That is going to be our very first process that we will be doing. Extraction is what this first couple of first lecture is going to be. So how to add different data sources, what is overall architecture, and when and where what we use. Okay, how we are going to set up the entire Power BI desktop and the stuff. The very first process for any data software basically is going to be that how to collect the data, how to have the data inside it. Correct. Once the extraction is done, my next process is going to be the transformation. Transformation is nothing but the cleaning of the data. Cleaning the data. This cleaning process represents whatever you don't want, whatever you want, whatever more you want to add. Each and every type of a cleaning, each and every type of a transformation happens under this second process. And that's where this Power Query editor comes into the picture. Okay. So you can see there are multiple options has been written here, but they are very generic headlines. We go through each and every feature available in here. We go through the different problem statements. I give you the questions and you have to solve it in the class. That's how it goes. So Power Query Editor almost goes on for like when it was regular session, like weekly. So it goes on for about 5 classes, 1 hour per class basically. So let's say like 2 to 3 now, if it is a weekend, like 2.5 hours per class. So it's always almost is going to go for two to like 1 week to 2 week, almost 1.5 weeks sort of. So 3 lectures mostly. So let's consider so it's about 7.5 to 8 hours. That's how much time we are going to spend on a Power Query editor alone, right? So Power Query editor, that is what our second step will be. Next, I'll be going through modeling, which is nothing but the model the data. And that's where I said, like, you need to have, like, you should or you can have some of the knowledge about the SQL, where modeling concept will be easier for you to understand in that way. How model happens, when do we have to do it, what is the criteria, what all the things we have to understand basically. So all of it under the modeling is what we are going to do. Once the modeling is done, the next process is called as calculation. And that's where we have the DAX. DAX session goes on for about, so considering, let's say it is our, right now it is for the weekend batch, 2.5 hours per class. So it will go for about 4 to 5 lectures. So about 12 to 15 means almost 50% of our session is all going to be focused for the DAX. Okay. So calculation DAX is what we will be focusing more on, starting from the basic level of DAX to the multiple different DAX scenarios, questions. We will be solving it in the class. We will be giving you the assignment. We will be solving the assignments in the class. So there will be lots of different cases. Okay. But at the end, again, it is not everything can be mucked up. You have to have your own analytical understanding. I can give you the direction. I can give you I can give you the spark to start with. But at the end, the more practice, the more understanding of it will need to be done by you. There are about 250 plus different DAX formulas available with Power BI. And in any way, it is not the DAX oriented, DAX only session. It is going to be like whole Power BI based session. So I'll be trying to cover as many as possible, but it is not, and at any place, it is not at all the possibility. But definitely everything which is required on a regular basis, all the DAX functionalities we will be including with a number of different assignments, different practice questions, and everything that is possible. Once that is done, we will be going through the final fifth state, which is visualization. Okay, it's tags, it's create the formulas. Okay, visualization, create the graphs or charts. So this is the most interesting and most look forward to subject of Power BI, where once all the backend, basically this first four steps are all the backend stuff. You have seen it, you have done it, and it is not going to be visible to any client. So it is all backend stuff that you have to make it better. But once all of these first four steps are ready, final step, the place from the step from where the client is going to judge you, is going to be the visualization. If you say I'm not good with charts understanding, I'm not good with color understanding, I'm only good with DAX, I'm good with the modeling, but visualization is not my plus point, then trust me, client is going to judge you on that only. So you cannot say that I am not good. You have to be good, because they are not going to look into this. They are actually going to and only going to look into this part. They will be seeing the only the final output, and on that basis only he will be judging you. So visualization, for majority of the people, it's going to be the very most look forward to subject. But if you are not good with the colors, images, etc., so don't worry. Again, we will be going through the different assignments on the same. We will be going through the different reporting on the same, how to create and stuff. Next, it's about distribution. Distribution means share the report with end users. Okay, that's what your distribution represents. So how we are going to share it with the end user, that's what we are going to decide. We are going to work with the free version, so there won't be an option to share actually it with others. But we will be going through the entire process, like how the distribution happens, what all the information do we need to distribute it, and what are the ways that other distributors will have the access, will not have the access, how to manage the access, and all of that. So somebody said that like the whoever the instructor is going to have the paid version, and we have to work with the free version, and how we are going to be on the same level. So it's not we all going to be on the same level. I have the paid version, but I'll be showing it to you via free version only, like what all the things and from where we are going to understand what. Okay, and it is very straightforward. Once the first five steps, once you start building the report, all of these things will not even matter to you at that point. You will be so fluent with these things, it will be like, okay, this is just with the flow, you will be able to perform by yourself as well. And finally, it's going to be an automation. Automation helps you automate the report for longer use. So it means even if you are not there, even if once your report is published to the client, you do not have to go and update their data on a daily basis, right? You have to make it automate so that it will be like full-fledged standalone report that you want to create. So that's what your automation subject represents. Automation is going to help us. Just a minute. Automation represents that reports are going to be getting automated for any further users. Okay. So your data will automatically update it. Your report will be automatically shared to the other. If you want to subscribe it, all of those features will be seeing it. So these are the 7 steps that we follow during overall this class. The curriculum that they have mentioned, it is highlight. It is your generic high level topics, like this is what we do, this is what where we do, etc. But if you want to see what exactly happens, it is all inside the days. Okay. Honestly speaking, we do not even go as per the days. We go always with respect to the pillars. So each pillar represents minimum 2 to 3 sessions, and that's how the overall class goes on. Okay. So these are our 7 steps. That's what, and that's how this overall curriculum follows. Okay. Any question on
Excellent.
this? do we have to take BI subscription on our own, or you will be providing it to practice? As I said, we will be going through the free version only. You do not have to take. There is no need to buy the subscription at individual level as well. Whatever the free version provides, on that basis as well, you will be fine. You will be good enough to cope. Okay. So don't worry about buying anything extra or anything more once you join the class. With free version as well, you will be sufficient. We will be okay with
So,
like reporting, sharing, and etc.
so you will be basically guiding the students on how to install Power BI on their machines and the steps involved. And so once they are prepared, you will begin the exercise, right?
Yes, totally. Yes.
Rishka, you have also included a lot of guest lectures. For example, there's one on, I guess there's one on MS Fabric, there's one on, Azure services. So, so those guest lectures will also come towards the end of the course where they get a overview of Azure services or MS Fabric or what can you combine Power BI with for future uses so that if people want to become multi-skilled, they can.
Definitely. So those sessions we can even have it on a weekly on weekdays basis. Like it will be like 1 hour of a session that we usually have. So previously when it used to be a weekday class, so special session will happen on a weekend. Now it's the weekend batch, so my special sessions will be on a weekday basis. So on a particular day we will be discussing it in the class when everybody is available to experience that feature, like how well and what next step that you can go towards to. So all of it will happen on weekdays this time.
Could you define for the newcomers what really is a doubt clearing session? Because I was a part of previous batches, and you did some excellent doubt clearing sessions and even one-on-one sessions. So what are they?
So so sorry, doubt clearing session represents that whenever the subject is not very clear, you have never used it that feature, and you are getting like it's getting very difficult for you to understand in the class. You tried, you went through the recordings, but still it is difficult for you to understand. So that time I connect with you personally. If I see that subject is very difficult for everyone, then we will have the doubt clearing session in a group. But if I see that there is a certain student only who is struggling, even after going through the recordings, even after going through the assignments and everything that has been done, even after going through the extra material, you still feel that your concepts are not clear, that moment we do the one-on-one session. But in having this one-on-one session also needs you to be prepared with everything that has been provided first. So if you are done with all of it, then and still you are not clear, then we will be having that one-on-one session to understand where is the issue. Right. So the one-on-one session is for the doubt clearing, representing that whatever the topic, whatever the stuff we are learning in the class, it will be cleared out in that one-to-one setup, so that other people will also not feel dragged down. Like sometimes what happens, like because of one person, everybody has to wait in the class. So instead of doing it, I take that student outside of the class, and then we discuss where exactly they are having the questions.
Thank you, Rishka. Rishka, one more question that I got yesterday was people want to understand if they want to prepare for PL 300 certification, the Microsoft certification, what are the facilities available, or how do you help them with the sessions? Uh, Yesterday, you talked a little bit about quizzes that help them. Could you give us an overview on that?
So about PL 300 examination. So after every big topic, I have collected couple of questions, like multiple questions where we discuss it out. Like this is how the PL 300 examination has the questions, and we discuss it out in the class how to answer those. Like what would be the answer and the stuff. Okay. So there are two aspects of it with PL 300 exam. So after every big topic, we have the PL 300 questionnaire in the class, and we discuss it out and understand how to prepare for it. As well as there are some paid PL 300 material, which is a huge repository of all the questions that has been asked so far. So even with that repository, whenever you want to go for the PL 300 examination, going through those questions will be good enough for you. But preparing your analytical understanding, preparing yourself to solve it by your own, that's what also we do in the class. So PL 300 exam after every big topic as in every step that I have mentioned in the back. So we do those PL 300 examination sessions separately. Okay, it is not included with the theory session.
So, Rashka, in the industry these days, um, when people go for interviews, um, they are asked different kind of questions. So during this class or towards the end of this class, do you also are you also open to conducting some mock sessions to give us an idea about how the industry, what will be your level one interview or what will be a management interview, what kind of questions are asked? Do you help us prepare for that as well?
Definitely, we do that, and like there are multiple people during like whenever their interviews are coming in. So with the job experience, job responsibility that they get, I like prepare the personal customized questions on that topic, and take the mock interviews by myself. So it's not just me. There are multiple, even some of my previous students who are at the very good position in their companies now. They also help me to judge the student, like how they solve it, how they gave that interview, and where the students can get better. Right. So it is not just me. There are other people as well who joins me to give you the feedback, like how the mock interview during those mock interview, like how well you can do and what else you can do basically during those times. So yes, definitely we do it. And
Rashka,
that's
one
what
more.
I said. Like you have to be like we prepare you for the job ready or interview ready stage. So it includes everything to that point.
One more question that frequently comes up is, the importance of a portfolio. So sometimes freshers who have just done maybe Excel or SQL or something, they come from a different background. Why is the portfolio so important? How does it help a person when they are talking to the recruiters or the hiring managers? What is the importance of the portfolio?
So portfolio. See, when I take the interviews, I don't see the portfolio, but with the experience of those portfolio that the project they have that person has built, it shows when the person speaks. The more projects you do, the more confident you will be while answering the question. The more diverse projects you do, the more expanded overview you will have about the variety of topics. Whichever the industry you go for, you will have something or some what to explain to say during that interview. So, according to me, this is my personal view. It might be different for you, Arun sir. But what I feel, the more projects you do, the portfolio is specifically for yourself. The way you perform, the more you build it, you will be too confident during your interview. Anything the next person will ask you, you will be feeling like, oh yes, I have done it in that particular project, and this is how it is supposed to be done. I did it in this particular place, and you'll be confident. Your practicality will show in your answers. So
I
portfolio
kind
is
of
not
agree with you. I kind of agree with you because we when we are doing the portfolio, when we are practicing what we have learned, the kind of challenges we face, the difficulties we face, the errors we get, with all
exactly.
those things we continue to refine ourselves, and therefore we have more confidence. And if somebody says, "Tell me something about yourself," so you talk a little bit about yourself, and then if you give the uh, you know they may or may not see it, but on LinkedIn, if you're posting and you're active, then many people have got jobs because of that, because people somebody looked at something nice, and you get an interview call sometimes because of that. So
Yes. And
it affects
honestly,
in a
that's what
variety
has
of
happened to
ways.
me. And honestly, that's what has happened with me. I had never applied on Naukri.com. All of my previous jobs, I always have received it. I always have got the opportunity directly via LinkedIn, even my latest company. So, what I used to do, as I said earlier, like 40 plus project that I did. So, whenever I used to make any project, whenever I participated in any challenge, I used to put my work on the LinkedIn platform. And it is not just for the simple sales inventory related information or any project. I have used all the different type of data sets, and I have used and created those reports. So my my last manager found it like he saw that this is how he requires it in his projects, and this is how he liked my previous projects as well, and that's how I got my current job. Even with the previous company, they again contacted me via directly on a LinkedIn. They saw my projects, like how I performed, what I did that time, and on that basis, he like contacted to me. So like you can say I am the testimonial for that same statement. Like I am there, I'm here, I'm in all the companies so far only because of LinkedIn and only because of the projects I have published on it. Okay. So talking
No,
about the portfolio, let me just quickly
if
share. Do you?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, please. Yeah, I was just going to say that we'd love to see a high level sample of what a portfolio looks like. And could you also tell us, if somebody is a new learner or beginner, we get a lot of beginner questions where people ask us, where do we get the data sets from to practice?
Hmm. So, so these are the different websites that we have that I showed you in the last session as well. So on a classroom, all these type of questions where different data sets that you want from the class, you are not sure where to go and etc. So you will find all of these type of questions are also answered with links to go through. So for example, Makeover Monday, this is one of the best website that I have used a lot to collect the data and create the report. Enterprise DNA, that is also one of the biggest platform who provides the courses, who provides the data challenge every month to work through it. Pomerol data set, there is a workout Wednesdays, there is a Maven Analytics. Kaggle is well known to everyone. FP20 Analytics, it has mostly the simple level of data set, but it is corporate level as well. So FP20, Onyx Data Challenge. So out of this all, Makeover, Enterprise, um, FP20, Onyx Data. These are the four platforms from where I have always collected the data, participated in the challenge, and prepared my reporting. So let's get back to my GitHub page and yes, reporting tools. See, this is
And after
my
you, yeah, and after you've shared your portfolio, I would want one of the students, Akriti, because she had done something interesting on Olympics. So people, like you were talking about, like people come up with some ideas of their own and they practice projects. So I would love for Akriti to show her Olympics project for a couple of minutes just after.
sure. So as you can see, it is not just Power BI which I have built my reports and created the portfolio on. It's also on Google Data Studio. It's also on ClickView, which was my very first software. You can see the projects and the industries on which I have worked on the projects. MOM is Makeover Mondays that I just showed you here. So this is the first link. So Makeover Monday gives you the data set on a weekly basis. So like every week, which week I have worked on, you can see there is a week day number, there is a data, there is the report and the dashboard, like how I have used it. Same happens with the Power BI dashboards also. So I have worked on this data salary dashboard. You can see this is how the overall final output was look like. Um, Okay, so you can select which year you want to see, which is the country you are from, and so on. And accordingly, the overall information will be presented to you. eDNA is your enterprise DNA. That was the second link I showed you. So different reports that I have done on the eDNA as well. Here as well, I have worked on MOM. You can see like multiple weeks that I worked that time. So all of these projects, it was not any client-based project. It was always from the challenges that was always that was provided on LinkedIn, right? So whichever the folder you open to, I have always practiced something different. Since I had a open slate, since there was nobody who was giving me the direction, I always have experimented a lot. Here I have used the black theme. I have tried to use as different features as possible. On MOM, if you go, there will be like another multiple different reports. So see, this is the JPG link. So I could do anything. I used to use, like Photoshop. I used to use whatever the different type of chart base or design base that I could do. Wherever from whatever you will see, each and every report of mine is different, and I have built it on a weekly basis. So every week I used to think of something else. I used to plan for something else, like what new thing I am going to learn and what new thing I can present in my report. Suppose so. All of it, it's all about the practice. Once you understand what to be done, after that you can start working through it by yourself as well, right? So, yes, so this is how this portfolio I have managed. It is not just for the Power BI, it also contains Google Data Studio as well as ClickView. Even if you have the dashboards from Excel or any other softwares, you can as well put it on this platform. Okay, so it's good platform from where like GitHub is like universal open platform where you can publish all of your report and use it as a portfolio also. Um, yes. Anything that you mentioned to share, Arun?
No, it's all good. In fact, I'm loving this because you have done so many of these. You have, when you're teaching, you can give pretty much examples from any kind of portfolio, whether it is retail or marketing or healthcare or pharmaceutical, or you have such good experience. That's one thing I absolutely like. But I also want to take up one of the student projects, which she prepared for her mentee. Your students have become teachers on their own. So
Yes.
Akriti, if you don't mind, could you show us like the Olympics project that you came up on your own and you created it with a little bit of guidance for. Are you there, Akriti? Akriti, can you hear us? Rishka, you may want to ping her because she might have stepped away for something. Just ping her in the.
Okay, let's just give me a moment. Mm. I'm messaging her on WhatsApp.
Yeah. But if you go to her profile, it's right there. I think
On LinkedIn.
for yeah, she created a dashboard which shows up in her featured section. She created a dashboard to introduce herself, which was very interesting. I thought. So just go to her profile, look under features.
I believe it's the resume dashboard.
Yeah. So if you can just show it for 1 second, we can see how she has done it. Akriti is here
Yes.
now. Akriti, would you mind going? I loved how you introduced yourself through your dashboard. So Rashika is trying to demonstrate that on the screen. Um, and you can also talk a little bit about Olympics dashboard. That was your idea you came up with and you practiced. So Akriti, can you explain what is this?
So like this one is my the career dashboard which I built using like we had a session with Sanjay on this. So yeah, it's about like on the left side I have provided all the things like my degrees and my studies, and on the right side is all.
So it's kind of a mini introduction. It's kind of a mini introduction.
Yeah, yeah, the mini introduction, like how much certifications I got from Microsoft or Alteryx. So these are all things. And on the right side, like the skills which I have learned in the past few years. All,
Excellent. So, guys, the point of showing this is yet another example. People create all kind of things based upon what they learned. So you have to learn the knowledge first, and then you can create pretty much anything. The sky is the limit. Can
Totally.
you, Akriti, for another minute, talk a little bit about the Olympics dashboard that you presented?
yeah, sure,
I think
sir.
you had done one. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I have taken like in that
Can
year,
you can
mhm.
you put it on the screen, please?
Yeah, give me a second.
Can I show
Yeah,
it
take your
from
time.
my page?
Yeah, it's here, Olympics.
It's okay. It's in, I think she has put in the features. That's okay. It's interesting that many people from US and across India as well. Many people say, "Hey, sir, when we are learning other technology, it was not so much fun. When we learned with Rashika, with the Power BI was very visual and very interesting, and the energy she brings in, it's very like everybody is very excited about it. Showing their different visuals." Yes. So Akriti, thank you for showing us the Olympics dashboard.
Mhm.
Could you say how you did this, or what were the insights from this that you're trying to show? You were trying to showcase the different features you've done. Can you, for a minute or so, can you talk about this?
Yeah, like in 2024, we had the Olympics, and I got an idea to create some of the dashboards on it. So, yeah, I have taken the data from the GitHub and built this dashboard on the basis of like the comparisons between the medals in the different countries won, and like everything I have taken, like all the comparisons, which I have learned in the Rishika's class which I attended years back.
I really enjoyed this because this was very colorful and it was very timely because just when the Olympics were as the Olympics were happening, you were showing it on your dashboard. It was pretty interesting to watch it. So I'm always amazed by the different students that come from different backgrounds, and everybody has been able to create great portfolios and talk about it, which is excellent. Thank you, Kriti, for sharing that with us. Back to Rashika.
Yes. So that is how it is. Our overall course, as well as the overall content that I wanted to show. Again, if there are any questions that you have, anything that you feel that I need to talk and you need the clarity on, feel free to connect with me. We are available. You can put the question on your WhatsApp group. You can also mention the question to me, to Arun sir, if you want to connect with anybody from the past batches. So Akriti is one of them, but there are multiple people, and you can connect and talk with them as well. So we can provide the numbers or something. I'm not sure, but that is all. That is all is going to happen. The first every batch is going to be with the limited number of students. So once the number of people are filled, I tend to not take the new admissions. It's supposed to be doing for within the first week only. So go through with all of your questions, all of your doubts, and solve it as soon as possible. And let me know whenever I can help. Yes,
So
I'm good from
Krishna,
my end as well, sir. Yes.
got you. So Krishna, your question on AI. AI is not going to take out BI guys. What AI will do is, so today let's say I'm there. I've run a small company and I'm able to do 10 projects. So I will be able to take on more work. So AI is only going to make me more efficient. So AI is not going to displace everybody, displace my driver, displace my Power BI guy, displace my Azure guy, displace my. It is just how you can become more productive, right? So AI will make us more productive, create more jobs in the long run. The kind of expectations, for example, if you look at our houses, earlier we used to have stove, right? If you talk to your grandparents, they used to have stove to make food, or they would have some other methods to make food. Then came the burners. Then came different type of burners. Then came your most modern machinery to. But the art of cooking, nobody can replace that, right? So the art of business intelligence, when you learn all the concepts, you will with the AI tools, you will become more efficient and more productive. But you need to have the actual art to understand it, to be able to guide decision makers on how to make decisions with it. That will always be a human behind it, right? We'll just become more efficient. And preventive strategy, if you talk about, well, so whatever features Rashika is teaching, learn a little bit of Copilot. As the AI is evolving, right? As you learn a little bit about that, slowly and gradually as the market evolves, apply to the field you are in. That's how you prevent it, right? So a human being with the knowledge of AI will is probably likely to take your job. It's not going to be a machine that's going to take away your job. Okay. If there are no more questions, uh, we will wrap up for the day. So, guys, you these couple demo sessions was to show you what the course has and how it is conducted. What are the features in this course? How do we prepare people for PL 300? And so on and so forth. So there's a lot of goodies in this course. So anybody that wants to enroll should write in the group their name, or Rashka has provided her phone number and her contact information. So you guys can reach out to her directly, give her a little time. If she is busy, she will definitely respond you within the day. And we will begin our classes on November 7th or 8th, right? So do not wait the number of students to start the classes. We already have few enrollments. So the moment we finish that those numbers, we'll begin like Rashka said, right?
Yes.
So guys, all the best. Just don't wait on anything now, because once we start, this is going to be the last batch of the year, and we are hoping that this batch will be ready for the job openings in January, February, and so on, because that's the season where the good hiring will take place. Okay.
Right.
Any last question, guys? I'll give you one more chance. Any last minute questions? Okay, if not, my short message is this is your chance before the year end. If you want to transform your careers and you are serious about it, then go ahead, learn something. If you are not learning anything, if you move on without learning in the future for 2026, you will be left behind. As simple as that. Uh, Somebody is asking, what's the validity for the recording? Krishna, I think she said 6 months. But in certain cases, if somebody is having an interview and they have requested on a special case basis that could you allow me please to do 15 more days or a month? Sometimes Rashka may makes those calls on a case by case basis. But 6 months will be available to you, all the recordings. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. Rashika also has to move to other meetings. So, thank you, Rashika, for being here. And Akriti, thank you for scheduling this for us. Thank you, guys. You can put all your questions. Any other questions comes to your mind, feel free to. The group that we have is a discussion group. So, put your questions, ask anything, and you will get answers from one of the COE team members or Rashika herself. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Have a happy weekend,